Hey everyone, we are Group 3. In this video, we will present our discussion on transparency and accountability in public institutions. This topic is important because transparency and accountability are key principles in ensuring good governance and public trust. Before we begin our presentation, allow us to introduce ourselves. Hello, my name is Adisti Zabiana Kurnia.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Desta Al-Ghifari.
And my name is Muhammad Cikra Al-Ghifari.
Now, let us begin our presentation. First, the material will be presented by Desta.
Transparency is the openness of the government in providing accurate, complete, and usually accessible information for the public. And accountability is the obligation of the government to be accountable for all activities and the use of the budget they manage. This principle is particularly important in community empowerment programs, which are government programs designed to improve the welfare of vulnerable groups, enhance quality of life, and reduce social inequality. This is why transparency and accountability are essential pillars of every community empowerment programs. The idea of transparency and accountability in government began to develop during the public administration reform in various countries. The challenge of corruption and budget misuse led to the emergence of the concept of good governance. In Indonesia, since the 1990 Act reforms era, the principle of transparency and accountability have been further strengthened through the public information, disclosure age, and bureaucratic reform. Impacts: increasing public trust, reducing corruption. When the public has access to budget information, there is less room for corruption. The government appears more honest, thereby increasing public trust. Improving government efficiency and performance. With accountability, every expenditure must be justified. This forces the government to plan, implement, and evaluate programs more seriously and in a more targeted manner. Followed by Adisti.
Now, let's move to the main discussion, which is a real example of how transparency and accountability are applied in practice, called the National Program for Community Empowerment, or PNPM. Okay, PNPM is a government program that aims to reduce poverty by empowering local community directly. What makes this program different is that the funds are sent straight to village instead of going through long bureaucracy process. Transparency in PNPM. First, PNPM sends funds directly to village or to the Community Activity Management Unit or UPK. This makes the process shorter and helps reduce the risk of fund misuse, so community can quickly use the money for important projects. Second, PNPM applies open financial reporting. Villages are required to prepare a budget plan, a report on how the funds are used, and a progress report. These reports are displayed on village information board, so everyone in the community can see them. Third, decisions about how the funds are used are made through village meeting. In this meeting, residents can share ideas, give opinion, and decide together which projects should be prioritized. This prevents decisions from being made by only a few people. Fourth, PNPM also use social audits carried out by the community. This means residents check whether the spending match the reports, whether the project quality is good, and whether there are any problems or irregularities. In this way, the community is not only involved but also actively supervises the program. Okay, accountability in PNPM. First, PNPM has a multi-level supervision system. Supervision is carried out by village program managers, local government professionals, and government institutions such as BPKP. Activities must have clear responsibility and reporting. Second, regular audits are conducted by the government and independent institutions to make sure the funds are used according to the rules. In the early stage of PNPM Mandiri, the World Bank also helped monitor the programs. Third, PNPM applies strict sanctions. If there is misuse of funds or violations, the program can face temporary funding suspension, replacement of managers, or even legal action. This encourages everyone involved to work more carefully and responsibly. Okay, next the presentation will be continued by Jika.
In this section, we will discuss the major challenge in transparency and accountability of PNPM. First, we face the issue of limited administrative capacity. This means that the local teams often do not have enough training or skills. Because they lack the skill, they struggle to manage complex financial record required by the program. Second, there are local conflict of interest. This occurs when powerful people in the local area interfere with decision instead of instead of helping everyone. They try to direct the benefit of the program to their own fry or groups. Third, the issue of the fund continues to occur. Even though there are rules in place, we still see cases where money is used for the wrong purpose. This shows that the current rules are not always enough to stop bad behavior. For, for there is uneven implementation of social audit. Ideally, the committee should check the project. However, in reality, some areas do this very well, while other areas do not check the project at all. Next, we look at the data to see what this program has helped us from NPM. We learned several important lessons. The first lesson is that transparency alone is not enough. Accountability must be carried out consistently. Simple sharing information with the public is not sufficient. We must also ensure that if someone breaks the rules, they face real consequences. The second lesson is that community participation is key to effective monitoring. The program works best when the local people are involved. The community knows what is happening on the ground better than anyone else. So they make the best supervisor. The third and the third point lesson is that technology has great potential to strengthen transparency. Tools like online reporting system very helpful. They make data easier to see and harder to hide, which help reduce corruption. And finally, internal monitoring must be strong and independent. We need auditors who are not afraid of local politics. They must be independent so they can identify irregularities early before the problems become too big. To finish our presentation, here is the conclusion. First is transparency and accountability are essential foundation for use of public funds. These two elements are necessary for any community empowerment program to success. Without them, we cannot trust how the money is spent. The point two, the challenge include complex bureaucracy, limited access to information, and weak oversight. We must admit that this barrier exists. The system is often too complicated and supervision is not always strong enough. Point Point 3 is, however, PNPM demonstrated that community involved for when the community participants through social audits, the program ran much more effectively. The people act as checks on the system. Then the final point is, therefore, with stronger technology, internal oversight, and public participation, public spending can be improved. If we combat this thing, government spending will be more targeted and will deliver the maximum benefit to the community.
Saatnya sudah, acuh tadi.